Okay, welcome to our last part 3 ng ating video, no, about cryptocurrency. Again, disclaimer lang. Okay, this video is created for educational purposes. It's not created for the purpose of encouraging or asking you to invest in me or to my company, because I don't own anything, no, any exchanges or anything. So this is just educational purposes. Also take note, kung mag-invest ka or mag-trade ka ng cryptocurrency, posibleng mawala yung pera mo, kasi ang investing and trading sa cryptocurrency is high risk. Pwedeng mawala ang pera mo. So kung mag-invest or mag-trade ka, invest and trade only on an amount that you are willing to lose. Okay? You can afford to lose. So kasi pwedeng mawala. Now, if you make money sa crypto, maganda talaga kung you make money. Okay? But it's going to be difficult. Okay, good. Now, our next topic now is paano ba pumasok, paano mag-start sa cryptocurrency. Okay? So, para makapag-start ka at mag-transact ng cryptocurrency, kailangan mo ng apat or 5. So 5 things or 5 requirement. First is, of course, kailangan mo ng capital. Okay? So capital meaning paper money, peso, USD, euro, or English pound, no? So yan. Of course, dapat normally nasa bank account mo yan, and then or nasa card mo, card mo. Okay. Number 2, kailangan mo ng equipment. So kailangan mo equipment is mobile phone or computer. Okay. Number 3, kailangan mo ng internet para ma-connect mo yung mobile phone mo at saka computer mo, kasi ang cryptocurrency online siya, ano? Digital, online. Without it, di mo ma-access yung crypto. Number 4, kailangan kang pumili ng cryptocurrency exchange platform. Okay? So, ito yung exchange platform kung saan doon ka magti-trade, doon ka bibili, doon ka magsisell. Yung platform na rin na yun, nandoon lahat ang mga buyer and mga seller. Okay? Doon din sa platform makikita mo yung presyo ng cryptocurrency mo. Doon din sa platform makikita yung crypto wallet mo rin. Okay? So lahat ng cryptocurrency exchange platform, bibigyan ka ng crypto wallet. Okay? But it's a hot wallet, no? Crypto wallet, ibig sabihin online siya. And then lastly, kailangan mo mamili ng stable coin. Okay? Yung stable coin, ito yung crypto din ito, crypto coin, pero yung presyo nito hindi nagmo-move. Stable lang ang price. Okay? So stable coin. An example of this is USDT, US dollar tether, no? Tether. So it's a crypto na nakapeg sa dollar. So $1 is 1 USDT. So kahit mag-move ang mga presyo ng ibang cryptocurrency, yung stable coin na to hindi siya mag-move, so fix siya. Okay? So tinatawag din natin to as base currency mo sa crypto. Okay, so you need all these 5 things. Repeat ko, you need capital, pera. You need equipment, computer or mobile phone. You need also internet, okay, to access. You need to select kung ano ang cryptocurrency exchange platform na gagamitin mo to trade. And where you will have the wallet also. And then finally, kailangan mo mamili kung ano ang stable coin mo. Okay, now, step 1. May pera ka. Normally, pag magdi-deal ka ng crypto, ang pera dapat nasa bangko, which can be accessible can be moved either by fund transfer or using credit card or card. Okay, so that's one. Now, if peso yan, kailangan yung bank transfer mo, it will allow you to convert initially to US dollar or euro, kasi normally ang mga crypto exchange tatanggap lang ng USDT, euro at saka sterling pound. So kung peso yan, pag mag-transfer ka, dapat kaya mong mag-convert yung bank na yun, no? So of course, prepared na merong currency exchange difference na babayaran mo. Okay? At mga transfer fees. So once you have this already, the next step for you is you use your computer with internet. You need to sign up and log in to a cryptocurrency exchange. So mamili ka ngayon ng crypto exchange mo. Ang ginagamit ko ay Binance, no? So maraming crypto exchange, no, na available in the market. May Bitpanda, Yipbit, Bybit, may ganon. Okay, may crypto din. So maraming exchange platform. Now, it is important that when you're selecting the platform, dapat mga credible to na mga platform, because isa sa mga risk sa pag-i-invest ng cryptocurrency is kung ma-dissolve yung platform at nandoon yung pera mo, kasi you will find out later, i-move natin ang pera doon sa platform na yon, hindi mo na siya makukuha, no? So nangyari na yan many times. Okay, sa Pilipinas, may mga exchanges, I think CoinPH, I think pwede yun. Yun ang alam ko. Yeah. So okay, so nakapili ka na, let's say Binance ang pipiliin mo, mag-sign up ka na ngayon. Now, pag nag-sign up ka ng exchange, kasi normally itong mga exchanges na to highly regulated, kailangan yung mga customer na mag-sign in doon may mga identification. So hingin ka ng mga IDs, okay, image, face recognition, i-recognize yung face mo, biometrics, kailangan lahat, address, okay, maybe hingin sa yung last billing ng telephone mo to confirm yung address mo, ganyan. Kung may residence ID ka, kailangan ng residence ID, mga ganyang requirement. Pag napasa mo yon, okay, meron ka ng, user ka na ng cryptocurrency exchange platform. So kagaya ng Facebook, pag join ng Facebook, kailangan mo mag-sign up at magiging user ka na. So the same case here for cryptocurrency exchange, no? So kung may sign up ka na, you can access it, you have a username already, you have a password login. You have to keep this, okay, secure ito mga login mo, wag mong i-share. Now, ang Binance will require you na magkuha ng authentication app where kukuha ka ng mga OTP na numbers, no? So depende yun sa exchange mo para sa login. Okay, pag mag-login ka, hingi yan ng mga OTP. So be ready also. Okay, now may access ka na, user ka na. Being the user of the platform, ang isa sa mga kuan mo dyan, makukuha mo sa platform is meron ka ngayong crypto wallet dyan. Okay, may unique na crypto wallet ka dyan. So sa wallet na to, pag sign up po, empty pa to, no? So ang step 3 ngayon is you fund your crypto wallet doon sa platform. Okay, so pupunta ka lang doon sa platform, and then hanapin mo lang yung button deposit money, and then enter mo lang yung bank details mo or card details mo, and then mamumove na ngayon yung pera mo from the bank papunta ngayon doon sa crypto. But before mo ma-finalize ang transfer, may isang kailangan doon. Kailangan, ang tanong doon, from fiat, which is it's a peso or USDT or US dollars, ano ang gagamitin mong stable coin to convert the paper money to a cryptocurrency stable coin? So, ang suggestion natin ay gamitin yung USDT na stable coin. Okay? So, yung stable coin, again, stable yung price niya. Kahit anong nangyari sa mga presyo up and down ng mga cryptocurrencies, ang presyo ng stable coin remains to be 1. Okay? Remains 1 US dollar is equivalent to 1 USDT. Okay? Now, kung meron kang $100, transfer mo sa exchange mo, i-convert yan ng Binance into 100 USDT. Kasi 1 US dollar, 1 USDT, di ba? So, ngayon, pag na-successful na yung transfer, meron ka ng 100 USDT. Okay? Meron ka ng crypto kaagad. Okay? Pero ang crypto na to, hindi siya pwedeng, hindi ito yung mag-change ang price. So, hindi siya magandang coin for price appreciation, no? Buy and selling. So, ang purpose lang talaga nito is parang base currency ito ng wallet mo before you will swap or trade to any, before ka mag-swap or bibili ng mga cryptocurrency. Okay? Like Bitcoin.